What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the BLONGshow. Make sure you check out that webpage, BLONGshow.com. Check out the YouTube channel. Hit them likes, them dislikes, all that. Whatever one you choose to choose. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Join me. Put on that notification bell so you can know when I do these. I'm running them every week. I'm thinking about always on Saturday, but sometime I might switch it up. But anyway, welcome back. Hope you had a good week. Today I want to talk about abuse. Because remember, my thing is teaching people. I want people to learn life, pay attention to life, get knowledgeable, get involved, understand what's going on. Of course, we still gonna do those questions at the end of the show. You get those 5 questions right, you get $25. You just got to be the first person to do it. Quit hustling in the street. Start hustling on YouTube. Get this money from me. BLONGshow.com is the website. Check it out. We got hot music on there, and we be selling items on there. You come on through, show some love. We show you some love. Next week, I'm going to start working on these t-shirts. All my contestants will get a free t-shirt. So go ahead and join me. Like I say, hit that like and that dislike. End of the show, you get those 5 power questions. First person to answer them correctly, get that $25. All you gotta do is leave me your Cash App, your Venmo, or whatever way you choose to get your money. Leave them 5 answers in the comments, or you can email them to me at king@BLONGshow.com. Once again, that's king@BLONGshow.com. You can leave them on the website, BLONGshow.com. You can leave them on the website, BLONGshow.com. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to it. Like I said, today we're talking about abuse. And what I'm trying to do is get people to understand that they're not stuck and they're not alone. People getting abused every day out here. It's crazy. The statistics that I heard last was 1 in every 6 men got abused. That don't even make no sense to me. What's going on out here, people? I almost experienced it, but like I told y'all in the previous show, with the help of my brother, fought my way up out of there. But I got another even crazier story than that. So the first time my mama let me leave the house, very first time. I had a mom and a dad, by the way. Both of them was there. She let me go across the street to play with the little dude that lived across the street. He was about 3-4 years older than me. First time I ever got to go in somebody's house. I was either 4, 5, or 6. I can't remember how old I was. One of those though. Real little fella. And this dude, he goes in the basement where the toys at. He like, let's go down here and play. So we go in the basement or whatever. There ain't really no light on. I can't remember if it was a light on or not. It was dark though. So it might have just been light coming from the window that was down there. So his sister got Barbie dolls and stuff, right? And this dude grabs a Barbie doll, pulls his pants down, and start humping it. This dude's name was William. I won't give you his last name, but I'd say William K. That's this dude's name. He had a stupid nickname, so it was real dumb. If I tell you his nickname, you already know who it is, but his nickname started with a B. That's just how far I'm going to put him out there. Because who knows? He might be a sicko now. I don't know, because I haven't seen him. But anyway, this dude pulls his pants down and actually like he banging this Barbie doll. So I'm a little confused because I'm a little fella. And this dude tell me, go ahead, get you one. Do what you gonna do, go ahead. So I picks one up. I'm looking. I'm a little boy, so I want to see some titties and booty and cooch. But I'm like, this don't seem right. So he got his back to me, I put the Barbie doll down, went upstairs, and went on to the crib. We stayed right across the street from him. I never played with him again. But the thing is, imagine if I had a, start humping the Barbie doll too, and he turn around and see my stuff, and then he decide he wanna put his mouth on there or something, or try to get me to put my mouth on him or something. Who knows what? Because that was some weirdo stuff. You don't know what to expect out of a weirdo. So, who knows what would have happened? And, I never forgot that day. I can't remember nothing else from that year of my life, but I remember that clearly. And so, those are two situations that I had some other situations too. But, those are two that was shocking. Well, I'll give you one more. I was a teenager. And, me and my associates, we all, too young to be drinking. We smoking cigars, thinking we smoking blunt weed and stuff. And back then we would have like a blue or a red or a green light on. And that's the only light you had on, and then the rest of the basement or the room was dark. And so we so-called think we partying. And we drinking and stuff. Garbage too. Garbage. Night Train, Cisco, beers, and just garbage. And too young to be doing it. None of us old enough to be doing it. But we used to get the wine. Basically that's what it is, wine. Because it ain't even vodka or none of that. And we would drink that or whatever. So, fat girl, all on me. I'm like, what the heck? Like, every time the lights off, she grabbing me and everything. Just gross. And, I end up drunk, fell out. And the next thing I know, I wake up, and she trying to push my stuff in there with her thumb. Another terrible day. Terrible, terrible day. Either way, I was a little stronger at that point and bigger, and that didn't happen, but it's some sick people out here. So, for people that don't have strength or have somebody that had their back like I did, I'm going to give you some tips to try to, get out these situations and stay out of them. Because we're dealing with some sick people. And I'm trying to avoid using these, but sometimes it come to that. If it didn't, they wouldn't give out gun license. They wouldn't give out a gun license to carry a concealed weapon. They wouldn't even make guns. So, guns and bullets is a reason for them. So don't be so quick to say, oh, no, we shouldn't have guns. Don't be so quick to say that. I got my fair share. I'm going to keep my fair share as long as anybody else got one. That's just like riding a motorcycle. I'm not interested in riding a motorcycle unless everybody's riding a motorcycle. As long as everybody's in cars and trucks, I'm in cars and trucks. So, there's many different forms of abuse. So the first thing we always think about when we hear abuse is somebody getting beat by their parents, or somebody getting sexually abused. Okay, so back where I was at. So, people getting sexually abused or physically abused by parents or something. But it's way more abuse than that. Like, you got cousins and brothers and sisters that abuse the smaller kids. You got them calling them names, so that verbal abuse. You got people where you can't even walk to the store or the school, especially in urban areas. You got those bullies. You know, you got a long list of abusive things that can be done to people. And people tend to just crawl in the shell and hide rather than addressing those abusers. I got lucky because I didn't mind fighting. And I had a brother that didn't mind fighting. So we dodged that bullet. But I know some people that's not so fortunate. One lady told me that her mom used to have her play with a girl down the street when she was about 4 years old. And the girl was about 11. And the girl always took her in the basement. And that's the thing now, I'm thinking about it. Stop letting kids go in the basement and play. It don't sound right. That's where it's all happening at, these basements. Keep kids in sight. Whatever you trying to do, some freaky stuff, some getting drunk stuff, or whatever, oh well, your kid gonna need to see you do it because you need to keep them out the basement with these freaks. But anyway, so the girl take her in the basement all the time and suck on her cooch. Now this little girl, coochie hurting from being sucked on. She don't know what's going on. Never told her mom until she was about 30 something. 30 some years old. So you held that in that long. It's messed up. And then what do? You do dumb stuff as you get older because you're confused. Your mind hurt and you don't even know it. You know, being in Detroit, growing up in Detroit, I watched people get kicked out their house. And then they don't go say anything because of this stupid don't snitch stuff. Everybody talking about that you're a snitch or don't snitch. Don't be a snitch. Dude, if somebody doing something to you, you find a way out of it. I don't care if you got to call the police. If the police don't do right, use this. Whatever you got to do. This is the last resort, remember that. But if you got to move or whatever, you can't stay stuck in the situation. Always pray to God, because I think that's the number one factor. Because God will protect you. But you got to be all the way right. You can't be halfway right. You know, rape, that's one of the most devious ways because you're just taking something from somebody. How do you do that? How do you manage that? Like, where's the arousal? You're crazy if you do that. Absolutely crazy. And then you actually, when you finish, you get up and walk away. I mean, you sick. So I'm talking to the people that's doing it too. If you doing that, go get some help. You know, box yourself away like Jeffrey Dahmer did. He told all this stuff and told them he get out of prison. He don't think he can do right. So that's his reason to stay in prison. Because he can't do right out here. Kids. Fix your kids. It ain't cool because you got the toughest kid around, so you're going to let them bully everybody else. All that name calling and trying to be hard and stuff. You got the hardest kid around or the toughest kid around. Teach them how to be a gentleman or a lady. Teach them how to show compassion for others. Not to act a fool just because you bigger and tougher at the moment. Because one day you're not going to be the biggest or the toughest. So it was a girl that beat this girl up every time she seen her. Every time she seen her, she whooped on her. You know what happened? That girl dead now. Because that girl she was beating up all the time got tired of it, got older, and when she went to think she was finna beat her up in front of everybody again, she got stabbed to death. Guess what? The girl that stabbed her to death? She at home. She went to jail for a minute, but she at home. She living her life, doing whatever she feel like doing right now. This girl dead as a teenager because she couldn't control herself, because she had a lot of power and went overboard with it. Another form of abuse in relationships is talking. You know, to compare your partner's sexual organs, you're abusing them. Because you mentally, they get hurt if they don't understand what's going on. You compare a man's penis to another man's penis, you can ruin him for life. If he's not a proud person, if he's not 100% stand-up guy, if he got any type of simp in him, he gonna always look at you another way, and it'll never be right. So, if you want to damage your relationship, then do that. Say something stupid to your woman in comparison to her and another woman. So then she'd be insecure forever. And then you wonder why this ain't right or that ain't right. Or why she leave you. So get your mind right. That's abuse. Both ways. You know, and the other thing is, when you start using comparisons of visual and mental things, especially in the audience, those other people listening, you're abusing them too. Because you make other people insecure surrounding you. You know, one thing that as a youngster I used to be worried about, and I know other dudes did too, they just don't say nothing, was women running around talking about 12 inches and dudes running around talking about 12 inches. 12 inches is not normal. You actually, something wrong with you if you got 12 inches. That's not the normal size. So let's just stop that fronting, especially if we older. You older than 25 and you still running around saying that, especially if it ain't true, you're an idiot. And 12 inches not even comfortable for a woman. Because think about, when God created one, he created the other one for it. If 12 inches is not the norm, 12 inches is not the norm for a woman either. It's just like a nut in a boat. One is a male end, one is a female end. It's either meant to go through there or not. So that's just stupid. You know, and I laugh when they, oh yeah, 12 inches to 12 inches. So when I interview you and I ask you 7 to 9 or 10 to 12, be careful with your answer, because I'm going to go there. So what should you do if you get abused? And when I talk about abuse, I'm talking about rape, being bullied, discriminated against, or drugged, any of that type of stuff. So if you get raped and you make it through, think about it for a minute before you react. And once you get your thoughts together, depending on your age, is going to make the difference of what you should do. First, I'm going to talk to the kids. So, the rapists will most likely tell you that they love you. or you better not tell nobody or they gonna kill you or kill your family or your friends or something. Maybe even your pet. These sick people come up with all kind of stuff. They watch you so they can find out how to mind control you. Another thing is they'll tell you it's your fault. How in the world is it your fault that somebody abused you, sexually abused you? That's your fault? Really? I don't care if you wear pasties and see-through drawers. It still ain't your fault for somebody to rape you. Are you retarded for doing that? Definitely. Most definitely. But it doesn't give anybody the right to rape you. And then they tell you if you go to the police, you know they're going to take you. You're going to end up in the home and somebody else going to be raping you. So, if they tell you they love you, you already know they don't love you, or they wouldn't be raping you. They hurting your mind, even if they don't hurt you physically. They hurting you mentally. They say they're going to kill somebody. Be prepared. Go ahead, call the police, and tell the person that they said they're going to kill that they said they was going to kill them. Tell them that they raped you and they said if you told them they was going to kill them. Don't hold your tongue. Stand proud. Ain't nothing wrong with you because somebody raped you. There's something wrong with them. Don't let them tell you that now you're a wild child because you got raped. No, you're a wild child because you want to be a wild child. Everybody has sex. That don't make them crazy and wild. It's people doing weird stuff in the bedroom and they ain't never been raped. That's just what they like. So don't blame that you a wild child because you got raped. Or you a weirdo because you got raped. Just claim what you are. You are you. I already told you about being your fault, so you know it ain't your fault. Don't take that blame. And so they say you're gonna be taken if you go to the police, or that you'll get raped by whoever the police take you to. First of all, if you get taken by the police, that means it was your parents' fault that all this happened anyway. So, and that your parents in agreement with it. So good. You should be taken by the police. And you should begin your life on your own. Start planning ahead on how you're going to live your life and what you're going to do with school and all of that stuff, or go to the military and be a stand-up person and say screw your parents. You never need to see them again anyway, because they ain't no good. Just because somebody your parent don't mean you need to be around them or looking up in their face. If they play you like that, toss them. Don't worry about them. Then I'm finna give you the blueprint to if you go somewhere else and somebody rape you. See, that's the easy thing now. This social media, these cell phones, these computers and all that stuff. Now, if somebody do something to you after you done got taken by the police, you go on social media and you tell your whole story. I guarantee you won't get raped again. If you do, then at that point, you're just putting yourself in the wrong places, doing the wrong stuff. Because if somebody rape you after the police come take you somewhere, and you go and do what I'm telling you to do, you call the police again and you put that thing on social media, you call out names, and you tell your whole story, oh, you're going to be a spectacle. They're going to make sure they're watching you to try to avoid that again. You blame the police and you blame whoever was in custody of everything. You call out every name you can think of. That's why when you get picked up, you write down police names. You write down every name of every counselor and institution you go to and be put in, and every person you come in contact with. And you give a detailed story. Give it down and dirty. Just like Emmett Till mama did. Give it down and dirty. Don't hold back. People will respect you. What's this next thing? Alright, so we're going to flip it now a little bit to what should you do if you witness somebody being abused. So we're going to use those same abuse scenarios about getting raped or bullied or discriminated against or drugged. If you witness somebody being raped, you should call the police immediately. And if you got a gun, you should follow the rules of your state. Nobody deserves to be raped. And you don't know if that person gonna kill that person after they rape them or not. If you witness somebody being bullied, I say call the police about that too. And then you make a lot of noise if you scared to fight. Or even if you ain't scared to fight, you just don't want to get in an altercation. Make a lot of noise. Hey! You know? Say something. Even if you're in your car and you're going to pull off when they turn around. Just cause a distraction. Maybe that'll be enough to let the person get away. But call the police, get a description, tell them. We need to kill that little hood myth that you stupid if you snitch or snitches get stitches. The only snitches that get stitches is the snitches that's running around and being a snitch. You hanging with a bunch of suckers and y'all living by that fake code, because that code ain't real. So many people telling, that's how so many people in prison now. Police don't find out nothing. The police get told something. How they just pick you out this whole world to know what you're doing? Because somebody telling. And half the time they ain't getting stitches and nothing else. If you get discriminated against, especially if it's at work, get you a lawyer. You know, and don't get one of them TV lawyers. They're a joke. All they trying to do is win big money. They don't care about winning no case for you. Go on your phone and ask for a lawyer. You know, you gotta just use your mind. It's easy. Expose the people that's doing things. Don't let them hide. They try to hide because then they think they can get away with stuff. Don't give them that. Don't give them that leverage. Put them out there. The other thing, if you witness somebody getting drugged, say something. I don't care if it's your homie that's doing it. If you ain't scared of your homie, check them. Don't let them drug nobody. That's sucker stuff. Simping. That's why I don't listen to Rick Ross right now. He was promoting that type stuff. That's whack to me. I don't listen to nothing he on. Is he a good rapper? Definitely. But I'm not interested in what he talking about. Because I heard enough about slipping mollies and all that. That's lame. Remember, I'm a humanitarian. You know, so all these things is forms of abuse. Let's do something about them together. Don't let nobody bully nobody. You know, and I started off with the kids, but Everybody get the idea. Men, women, in relationships, married, whatever. That verbal abuse, it's a monster. Some people searching for fame and they run over their loved ones to try to get that fame. Fronting when they out in crowds and stuff. You abusing your so-called loved one. Leave that person. And when they try to come back, don't take them back. Roll out on them. You know, I ain't playing them games. Everybody got something to say until it's something going down. Everybody real until it's something going down. I'm telling you from the real. I'm not playing with none of these people. I'm standing on my own with everything I'm talking about. I will not tolerate abuse or bullying in my presence. If somebody tell me about it, I'm going to tell them how to get up out of it, or I'm going to go address it. So, I'm all ears if you got something to tell me, because I'm going to help you out. And a lot of people will tell you that. I ain't going to leave you on a boat with no paddle and a hole in it. I'm going to patch that hole. And if we got to roll with sticks, I'm going to hang out there with you and we're going to get where we got to go. Ain't nobody alone. God standing there for you. You just got to acknowledge Him. And He'll put somebody in your way to help you out that way. Ain't no hurdle too big. We can jump over all them boys. I just wanted to touch on that abuse with y'all today. I'm good on that. I done told you what I feel about that. And, you know, I'm going to give you a chance to win some money now. Let's go ahead to these power questions. First one. What is something that U.S. presidents are required to have ever since Harry Truman? Before him, they didn't have to have this. After him, all of them had to have it. It was a requirement. That's question one. Question number two. In general or specific, tell me something that has a Golgi apparatus. I like that question. Question number three. Who made up the phrase, "I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired"? I get a lot of funny answers on that one, but never the right one yet. Question number four. How long did it take Moses to lead the people to the promised land? And question number five. When the people got to the promised land, what did Moses do? Alright. Y'all just joined the BLONGshow. Y'all wrote it out with me again. Make sure you go ahead and check out the website, BLONGshow.com. Hit me on the email, king@BLONGshow.com. Hit the like button, the dislike button, the subscribe button, the join button. Just click everywhere. You put me out there, I'm going to put you on. Talk to you.